What's going on, Red Dead Online? Blaketos84. We're going to be doing a review of Winning Streak coming up. So we're going to run it down the line. Read it, pros, cons, how do we stack it? So let's get moving. Winning Streak Tier 3. Each consecutive shot on the same target does much more damage than the last. This is a combat / offensive ability card. This is a really powerful combat card to use. So as it clearly states, each consecutive shot on the same target does much more damage. So let's break it down. You're out in the field. I can't get a good headshot on you because you keep weaving around, so I can't really lock onto your head. But I want to shoot and kill you, obviously. Boom, body shot. Reload, fire up again, boom, body shot. Fire up again, boom, body shot. If those three shots in order, 1, 2, 3, hit you, shot number 2 is going to do more damage than shot number 1. Obviously, shot number 3 is going to do more damage than shot number 2. That's the gist of this card. It has to be consecutive, meaning back to back to back to back. You can't pull out the bold action, nail shot 1, miss shot 2, and then expect to do more damage with shot 3. It has to be consecutive. So this card's cool because it does a lot more damage. It's a powerful offensive card, but we have to keep in mind that Red Dead Redemption 2 is a headshot based online game. So when you're using this card, you're going to want to use a faster shooting weapon, whether it be the Evans or the Lancaster repeater, whether it be the Mausers or the Schofields or the Lamont revolvers or the automatic pistols. Hell, even you could use it with the pump action shotguns or any of the shotguns that fire a little bit faster than the pump. Maybe like the repeating shotgun, something like that. You have to use it consecutively. You can't just pick your sporadic shots, and it only works on one target. So say you're fighting 3 guys and you're in cover, you pop up, kill the first guy. It's not going to allow you to transfer that over to the next one. It only works for a single target until you start shooting on that new target. So this was a card you would see very often, and you still do see it a bit. It's not a #1 card, I don't think, anymore, but it still has a place in its popularity because of the amount of damage that it can do. If you're using this card and you're using something slower like the Bolt, or something a little bit slower like the Litchfield, you might not even really need to worry about zooming in on the head, because if you could get a surprise body shot behind cover, you might be able to get off that second shot and kill them before they can really even get to you. So the con to it is it has to be consecutive shots and it has to be on the same target. So if you're fighting a group of people, say you're in a showdown or something, this might not transfer over too well. If you're fighting another posse in free roam or just in a crazy free-for-all in free roam, this might not work very well. I still think it's a pretty powerful card. So if I were to use this card with a setup, Painted Black's going to be good for that, because you could just mark up your target right then and there and just fire away. And each shot on that target's going to do more damage than the last. So you could kill someone pretty fast without even having to get a headshot. So that's pretty important. Obviously, Strange Medicine allows you to regain health, so as you're shooting someone, if they're shooting you back, you can get health back. And obviously, Peak Condition is going to be nice for this, because it also inflicts much more damage when your stamina is full. So you're adding 2 much more damage cards together, so you're going to be a pretty lethal dude out there if you're using this. If you're not going to use Peak Condition, because you say, well, why would I want to double up? Or remember, I'm already doing a ton of damage, maybe go with a hat card. Just as a preventative measure for the common headshots, but that's still not the same it used to be. So if you're not going to use Painted Black, you could use Slow and Steady. I wouldn't really recommend this with Slippery Bastard. You could probably even use Focus Fire with this, or Quite an Inspiration, because it allows you and your allies to do more damage when you're in Deadeye. Or you could kind of use this as your healing card to help out with that. But all in all, I think this is a good card to have. If I'm in a situation where I'm fighting with somebody and they keep killing me, and I know that I just have to bring more firepower, this would be a card I'd consider adding to my lineup, just because I know I could deal a little bit more damage. Sometimes you get in these gunfights, guys, and you're on free roam, and you get killed 2 or 3 times. You know, maybe you get ambushed, maybe they come up from behind you, maybe there's 3 or 4 of them. You get ambushed, and then your Deadeye core drains. You don't have any Deadeye. You don't have time to get to your horse. You don't have time really to change your ability cards unless you're getting killed while doing it. You know, you could do this and pop in winning streak to help you out a little bit. Try to eat some and just try to use the fact that you're doing more damage. If you can't lock in on the head, just work with the body a little bit. Get 3 body shots in. Hopefully that'll take them down, and hope they don't get you in the head before that. So definitely a card that you want to have at a tier 3. And it depends on your style of play, how often you're going to use it. Again, right now this isn't always in my rotation. It's not like in my top 5 cards, but I do still use it a lot. It does have a purpose in my rotation for my stacks, my ability card lineups, and stuff like that. So that's my take on it, guys. Remember, the key thing is it has to be back-to-back consecutive shots, right? And it does much more damage on the same target than the last. So if you kill one guy and you got another guy running up, you can't expect that card to carry over from the last person. It only stays for the person you're shooting on. So keep that in mind as you're doing this, guys. And I want to know what you think about this. Let me know what you think about the card, what you think about my thoughts of the card. Whether you like it, dislike it, subscribe, don't, it doesn't matter. Until next time, guys, we'll see you on the trails. Cheers.